The Doqo Smartdock is yet another iPad Pro case attempting to emulate a MacBook. Welcome everyone, it is Andrew here from AppleInsider, and we have seen a few different keyboard cases, folios that attempt to turn an iPad Pro into a MacBook, but none have come as close as the Smartdock from Doqo. Now, it's starting off as a crowdfunding solution, and this is kind of an early phase prototype model, so things don't completely work, like the internal battery is not really there, but it does so much else. It gives us our best idea of what this product will look like when it finally does ship. Now, what makes this different from others like Bridge is it's combining about 4 different things: a case for your iPad, a keyboard for your iPad, a trackpad for your iPad, and a docking/hub. So your iPad goes into the back panel here and connects over this USB-C cable. Now that is a braided nylon cord, which is very nice because you can be moving around a lot as you take your iPad in and out. Overall, your iPad goes in and out quite easily. In fact, sometimes a little too easily, especially in the top left-hand corner. We noted that it popped out just a couple times as we were opening and closing. Below is a keyboard, has everything that you'd expect to see on the keyboard itself. The top left-hand corner are the battery status lights, letting you know how much battery life is in there. You have a full keyboard set here. It's a little smaller than full size, it feels like, and as I was actually typing on it, I was kind of running into the caps lock or the enter keys on the sides, where I normally wouldn't do that on a regular sized keyboard. So it was taking a little bit of time to get adjusted to the keyboard size of the Doqo Smartdock. Then, of course, below we have a large trackpad. It is not as large as Apple's, but there is a big difference that was just a pain for us, and that is a normal diving board style trackpad, as in the top third here is kind of stuck in place, and then the bottom part here is where you can actually press down to click. Now, you don't have to click, you can just tap on it, so tapping does work, but if you're trying to actually click down on it the whole time, it was a little bit obnoxious. Now, this does act as a hub. On the right hand side, you have a micro SD card slot, an SD card slot, and 2 USB-A ports. On the left side, you have the USB-C PD port, which will also do power in and charge your iPad at 12 watts, HDMI, which can do a 4K monitor, and we have a USB-C port for data. Now, this is what we're coming from here. We're using our iPad Pro 12.9 inch, and we're using it inside of Apple's Smart Keyboard Folio. You obviously have the keyboard there. You have 2 different options for propping it up. It'll cover your iPad screen as well as the back, but otherwise doesn't offer a lot of protection. So there's no protection around the edges or the corners of the iPad, which, if you're really caring about protection, could be a big problem with Apple's Keyboard Folio, Smart Keyboard Folio, versus other solutions that are out there. So Doqo actually is protecting the entire iPad, because there is literally coverage on all sides. The back, the screen, the corners of this thing. You can see the giant bezels that exist around the left and the right sides of the iPad. So there really is a lot of protection going on in the iPad, but it also adds quite a bit of bulk. We'll come back to that bulk aspect in just a moment. Now, the iPad Pro and iPadOS have come a long way in terms of productivity. iPadOS has a ton of new features, including support for using a mouse with your trackpad or your iPad, and keyboard support has also gotten better over the years. So there's a ton of hotkeys you can use. There's a whole row of function keys at the top. The keyboard here is very functional. It works well, but it isn't as nice as some of the other keyboards we've tried. I kind of prefer typing on Apple's own Smart Keyboard Folio. Even the Bridge feels more solid than this. This just feels a little squishy when typing on it. It just doesn't have the kind of tactile typing effect that I really like when I'm working with a keyboard. So the keyboard is not the best keyboard we've used by any means, and the amount of light bleed that you're seeing here is absolutely ridiculous when the lights are low. But it is definitely a passable keyboard, and with everything else that you get in this one package, it's pretty damn impressive. One of the things I really like is that dock ability. You don't have to attach any other external dock. Like, I can plug in my Samsung T7 drive on the left-hand side and immediately have access inside of the Files app. I can plug in SD and micro SD cards there on the right-hand side. I can attach any other USB accessories that I may have lying around, including additional storage devices on that right-hand side. It even has 12 watts of pass-through power. The trackpad itself I was very impressed with. It was very smooth, very reliable, but it still is an accessibility feature. You can scroll with 2 fingers, you can tap on it, or you can completely press the surface. You can assign a different effect to like long hold and everything, and it works completely wired instead of over Bluetooth because it plugs right into the side of the iPad. Doqo took everything else into consideration that you'd expect to see on an iPad cover, including volume support on the rocker there, as well as the power button. One thing that was another odd kind of aspect is it kind of closes hard. If you're closing it down, it just kind of slams shut. So you have to be kind of gentle when you close this thing. Now, if we compare this to a MacBook Air, which is very similar in terms of size and screen real estate, both are about 13 inches. And you can see here, there's a huge difference. The iPad Pro with the Doqo cover is far larger, more akin to a 13-inch MacBook Pro than it is this MacBook Air. So if you're looking for the utmost portability, but you want that MacBook solution, absolutely go with that MacBook Air. But on top of everything, the iPad is more functional because you can take the iPad out and just use it as a tablet if you want to. It has all the protection built in, and it has the entire hub dock aspect that the MacBook Air doesn't. So it just really depends on what you are going to go for here in terms of portability versus features and functionality. There's definitely a mix, and this gives at least everyone more of an option for what they're looking for. If you want to grab one, follow the link down below in the description. Hey everyone, did you guys like that video? Be sure to click on that like button so we can create content that we know that you guys want to see. And follow AppleInsider on all social media channels. If you want the best prices on any Apple gear, check out the AppleInsider price guide that is updated daily. And until next time, we'll see you later.